I'm convinced that every small group leader wants to start out with a healthy, strong, vibrant small group. But there are some things that you can do as a new group leader right away that will absolutely destroy your group. So let me give you some advice on things not to do with your brand new group. The first thing not to do is don't do business in or with your group. I don't care if you're part of a multi-tiered, network marketed, what would you do with $5,000 extra a month business opportunity? If you are, that's great. Just don't use your group as a place to recruit for business partners. That won't go over well, that won't be cool. The second thing is don't talk about politics. It's not safe to assume that everybody in your group shares your political persuasions. They might, but they might not. And if you are vocal and outspoken, it might just make everybody uncomfortable. The next thing is, don't demand that everybody open up and share their true heartfelt feelings. It's great when your group gets there, but they're not going to get there in the first couple of meetings, and they're not going to get there because you tell them they need to. So don't demand that they share. And then don't cry. Now, if you're a crier, and you know who you are, you cry at Hallmark commercials and touching moments in movies, that's great. I envy you. But in the first few group meetings, just toughen up. Don't do that. Later on, go ahead. Weep all you want in your group. Once the group gets to know you, they'll be completely comfortable with it. Just don't do it right away. And then finally, don't confess sin. Now, I know this seems deeply unbiblical, but hopefully your group will get to a relational place where you do confess sin. But if you try to force your group to confess sin in the first few group meetings, or if you confess sin, one of two things will happen. Either guys will look for the exits, or if it's a really juicy sin, they'll pull out notes and start writing it down so they can keep tabs on you. And you don't want to see either of those things happen. So those are several of the things to avoid if you want to start out with a strong, healthy group.